Hello, everyone. Welcome to our live conversation. And today's conversation is going to be a treat because we have Marco Benedetti all the way from Rome back again onto my channel. Many of you know Marco already, and many of you I know that you have those exquisite decks from Marco, but some of you are new to his work, so you might not know. Marco is based in Rome, and he is very much loved and respected card maker, and yes, with extensive knowledge on historic tarots especially, and is the person behind the Charles VI tarot, which will be the subject of our conversation today, our main subject, Charles VI and the Florentine Tarot Tradition. So, ciao Marco, hello again.
Oh, yeah. Hello, everybody.
Yeah. So let us know if you guys can hear us. Okay, just give us thumbs up because I had a bit of a laptop malfunction, so I'm coming from the iPad. So just let us know if it's all okay. But yes, Marco, welcome to my channel for the third time already.
It's always a pleasure to speak with you.
Yeah, same here. So before we get into chatting about Charles the Sixth, can you please share a little bit about your most recent projects, creations, if you will?
Most recent creation?
Yeah, most recent creations, what decks you may have created, worked on that people can check out.
I think you're speaking about the Tarocchino, maybe.
Maybe, yes.
Maybe Tarocchino. I wasn't ready for this, but okay.
Okay. I'm talking about Mitelli as well, though, because that was your most recent one.
Yeah. Yeah, this is my last deck, my version of Mitelli. Is is a limited edition with a deck of the British Museum, and it's built with overlapped edge. So it's difficult to show with the camera, but anyway, the back is slightly bigger than the front, so the edges are overlapped on the front and glued. And how the cards were built in, well, from the beginning, Charles VI too had the rivoltini. Rivoltini is the Italian name for overlapped edges. And this lasted almost 100 years ago. I think the last decks built this way was at the beginning of 20th century. So I discovered by chance that decks built this way are also good to use, not only to look. And because the cards slide very well and are very elastic, and you can shuffle them quite easily. Anyway, I built in this way. Now, it was made at the time by young children because they have a little hands for making, and more important, they were paid very, very low salaries. Making this now is something different. It's become a luxury product because you have to make 3 times the time to build an handmade deck. But well, I wanted to push this system. Is the third deck I made this way. I made few copies of the Rosenwald, then a limited edition of the Dalla Torre, 20 copies, and this 50 is absolutely crazy. I'm doing about 10 per week. So. But anyway, I'm doing while
yeah, it's such a luxury item, and we have Marilyn and
Marilyn. Hello, Marilyn.
Yeah, just to say hello to the biggest fans of yours. Then we have Richard Boo,
Richard.
Cheryl is here all the way from California. So
Cheryl.
Richard is from the UK, Marilyn is from US, and Sabrina is here. Hello to you, Sabrina, also from California.
Sabrina. We spoke 2 hours ago with Sabrina on Messenger.
Yeah, I know that Sabrina loves your miteli. She also received it, I think, yesterday or the day before.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think there's people who actually said hello. There are more people in live, but the ones who said hello, they all have your miteli, apart from me.
Expect for you.
Yes. bad personally. All right. So yes. So let's get to well, yeah. What was the other tarocchino? Are you allowed to share, or is it the secret?
I'm not sure. Can you repeat? Sorry.
Yeah. What about the tarocchino that you wanted to share? Is it a secret, or you can share it with us?
The other one.
Yeah, the other one, secret, or you can show.
I prefer not to show it because I've not spoke with the museum yet.
Okay. All right. So yeah, people who are watching, exciting things are coming. A very secret tarocchino.
Very secret tarocchino.
Tarocchino.
Merlin knows. Merlin
Yeah,
knows what
I kind of have a little bit of an inkling as well, but it's fine. Yeah. And Marilyn is saying that Miteli is so alive. It's
Thank you,
breathtaking.
Marilyn.
Yeah. Okay, so moving to this topic of our Charles VI, right, that we will be chatting about today, and of course the Florentine Tarot Tradition. So Charles VI, in your view, it belongs to Florentine Tarot Tradition, Marco?
Florentine, yes. Well, it's complicated, the story. It's better start not from the Charles VI, but from the beginning of the tarot.
Okay.
I try to be short. No, basically, we don't know for sure where the first deck was made. Milano, or Florence, or Ferrara. We don't know for sure. Period. What we know is the oldest note we found of activity. At the moment, the oldest one is in Florence. So at the moment, we have good reason to think that the first deck was made in Florence. But maybe tomorrow we find something older, even older in Ferrara, and we start again. Given this situation, since 50 years ago, in every book, you look, see the Charles VI cards. These are the original size, and they're very big. We see them in Ferrara tradition. Why? Because at the time there was no news about tarot activity in Florence.
Okay.
So it's okay. They even if they have the Florentine symbols in the cards, they ordered in Ferrara. That was it. Now we know that we had activity in Florence. And Charles VI in particular have signs that show a possible relation with the Medici family, the lords in Florence in that times. So it's almost sure for me, also looking at the symbols, but when we show you the cards later, that Charles VI is a part of the Florentine tradition. But remember that for the first century, let's say 150 years, we have the group of Visconti cards, 3 decks and a few small copies. This group that we are going to see of illuminated Florentine, I think Florentine cards, maybe some of them are made in Ferrara, possibly. And 2 groups, 2 almost complete decks on sheets, the Rosenwald and the Budapest. That's all we have.
Yeah.
So we have many empty holes to fill with fantasy, with hypothesis, but we don't know anything for sure. But about the tradition, maybe interesting for a less expert to explain what we mean. Basically, we mean the sequence of numbers. So how the three virtues are positioned. And, the famous philosopher Michael Dummett, a British philosopher, actually in the second life, he made a study on tarot just as a playing game, but it was the first scientific study on tarot. And he made the classification of three types, A, B, C. Type A is the Florentine and Bolognese, with the three virtues grouped together. The B is Ferrara, is with Justice number 20, so shift after the Judgment. And the third is the one that we use now, the TDM and so on. So with the Temperance after that.
And the last card, like 20, Arcanum 21, is it the World or the Judgment?
And in Florentine, I think it was still the World.
Okay.
Now I'll show you why. But even we speak by hypothesis. We don't know for sure, but I'm with Ross Caldwell, the admin of our group, Tarot History.
Yes,
You know Ross. I agree with him that he say that tarot was invented in Florence, then exported in Bologna. In Bologna, they were very conservative and they changed anything except then putting the Moor and the double head, but the symbols remain the same. While the Florentine more voluble, they wanted to change and invented the minchiate. This is his theory, and I agree with him. But what's interesting to distinguish the Florentine and the Bolognese deck is the position of the three virtues. They are grouped, okay. But in Bolognese deck, they are grouped after the Chariot. While in Florentine is after the Love, or the Lovers. So Lovers, the three virtues, and Chariot. With this, you identify the deck as Florentine or Bolognese. Now, I'll show you the famous Roswell sheet. This is the restored version, easier to show.
That's the Roosevelt, yeah.
You can see, dunque, they are reversed position. You see the last card is the, sorry, I said something stupid. In this deck, the last card is the Judgment.
I thought so, yeah, because I've been reading with Rosenwald.
Okay, I changed my mind. The original Florentine should be this one. Yeah, you can see we start from the Bagatto, then Lovers, the three virtues, then the Chariot. See the Chariot in the middle under the moon. So this makes me think that this is a Florentine order.
Yeah, because on your well, I have your Rosenwald. I'll just bring you back in. In your Rosenwald, yeah, you do mention Firenze, right? So referencing that it's Firenze.
Yes.
Yeah.
And speaking of Charles Cis, Charles Cis was even bigger before. It was trimmed, and just cut a part of the number. Can you see this cross?
I'll bring you in. Yes. So what's the number?
The cross.
Yeah, cross. Yeah, the cross. Yeah.
The cross is a 10 in Roman number.
Yeah.
So this makes me think that this is a Florentine sequence. You follow me?
Yeah, no,
Be number 10. If it was Bolognese, should be number 7. Also, and again in the chariot, can you see this coat of arm on the border of the? I moved my on the border. You can see is 7 dots with one in the middle, and this is the coat of arm of Medici family.
Right.
So here on the border here, the red, blue, green, blue, and white. They are not only decoration; they are coat of arms. So it's a strong evidence for Medici family. And you see also the same decoration on the red. You can see the same decoration, and I try to also smaller the flowers on the ground. Now this is the it's difficult to see, but we have this decoration in all the deck. So this makes me think that what was made for the Medici family. But again,
yes, that brings me to the question. Yeah, because I know some people are very knowledgeable in history, right, and research Charles VI, but also the tarot is so-called Charles VI, but the name is not true, right? The name is deceiving. Can you just like what was the myth about, like why they called it initially Charles VI?
Yes, this was
and also
known, yes, it was known as Charles VI because it was linked erroneously to a note on a king register. King Charles VI bought some cards and the year blah 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 from Gringonaire, I think. So they think that it was the Gringonaire or Charles VI deck. But we know that it wasn't possible. It was too early. Charles VI. It was 14th century. It's too early for tarot. But anyway, it was not a French deck, of course. It's an Italian.
It was created about like a century later, right? We're talking about towards mid 1400s. But also, if you could give this, if you could rename the deck, if you could rename, give a new name to Charles VI, what name would you call it?
I tarocchi di Lorenzo. Lorenzo de' Medici, yes. Two persons asked me to make the box this way. Cheryl and yes, and Gera in Netherlands. They both asked, no, please make me the box. Okay.
But was it like your idea or their idea to call it Lorenzo Medici Tarot?
Well, it was it was a chat with we were three, Justin, Cheryl, and me on Justin channel, and said, no, maybe Lorenzo, and everybody, oh yes, Lorenzo. So it was like acclamation.
I am all for it because Lorenzo Medici, he supported this Renaissance art as well, right? So in this beautiful Renaissance art. Talking about Justin is here. Hi, Justin. And he says, Marco, that you never dress up like this when you go on his channel.
And just back from a dinner, not the time to change, just.
No, it's just because I'm special, Marco.
For Justin, of course, I'm elegant for you, but Justin shouldn't know this.
Yes, I just quickly highlight the comments. Robin, she said, did you actually make the box with Lorenzo on it?
Like on request. We have to wait a few days for making the box, of course. Oh, hello, Alexandra. Oh, we'll speak about Alexandra later.
Yeah, because I know
the cards. Because
special cards. Yeah.
Yes, you have special cards for Alexandra.
Okay, so covered that. Let's talk now, Marco, about first, because Charles VI, the original tarot, we only have 16 existing trumps, right? Only 16 cards of the major arcana.
Yes, we have actually 17, because we have also a page of spades. This one.
Well, yeah, page of spades is more than minor, but the major is only 16
Yes,
trumps.
yes.
Yeah.
17 cards, but we have 16 majors.
Yeah, can you talk about them? Because some people don't know. So can you just quickly share what existing cards we have from Charles VI?
Yes.
Also, of course, included in your deck.
Please take in mind that this is the biggest group of illuminated card. So we know that Visconti Sforza has 20 majors, but 6 were made by another artist 60 years, 56 years later. So the original group, you have only 14. So we have the Fool, is a classical Fool of the Village. This one has the pants, the Ercole d'Este one. I'll show you because it's funny. It's not. This is a little shame, but this is these are the oldest existing model of Fool. It's the Fool of the Village, with children playing with him. Then we miss the woman, but we have the Emperor and the Pope. The Emperor looks something like Stuart Kaplan. I mean, similar to Kaplan portrayed by, I just say Balbi, I think. Remind me somewhat.
Yeah, I love the Emperor a lot. Yeah, the art in this tarot is so beautiful. Yeah.
And this is interesting. This is the only, this one, the only Emperor from side in Pre-Marseille. Yes, this one and the Visconti Sforza, of course, but is facing on the other side. So the only one looking left, like in Tarot de Marseille. All the other one, except Visconti, who's facing the other side, are facing the front. These are the Emperor is not blessed. Sorry, the Pope is not blessing, and he holds a key, and he holds also the book. So if you like, I don't the theory of 2 popes and 2 emperors from the beginning, like in Mitelli. I don't follow this theory, but somebody do. In this case, this may well be the female pope of the second pope. So the one with the book and not with the not blessing. Which, you follow me? Then we have a strange lover's card, but remember that this card with chance, the subject is this one. Is upset. This is the subject. Anyway, the subject is Cupid. It's not the lover.
Can you talk more about that? About Cupid being the main subject of the lover's cards?
It's my theory.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's my theory. No, it's not material. I think it's a matter of fact. In effect, if you look at decks like Bacchetta or Mitelli, when every card is reduced to a single character, you have only a Cupid. But anyway, we have 2 Cupids in this card, so everything was said was wrong in any case.
This one is different. Yeah, 2 Cupids and
yeah, we have 2 Cupids
and we have 3 couples as well. So we have 6
and 3 couples. Yes.
Mm.
Then we have the Chariot. We have already seen with the family. The three virtues stay well together.
I think they're my favorite ones because they're just so beautiful to me. You know,
Yes.
these three cards, they're so beautiful to me.
And please note the pointed halo of the three virtues, because this is another sign of art from Florence. We have painted some things in Florence with the pointed halo. So this is another evidence for Florentine build.
Okay, so yeah, with three virtues we have temperance, justice, and the force is also very interesting, right? Because it's not, there is no like lion or animal.
Yes.
It's column.
Yes,
Yeah.
this, if you look at my varianti of the Visconti homage, you see we have two versions with the column for Florence, not the small one. Yes.
Yes. Yeah,
For Florence and Bologna, you have the column. For Visconti and Marseille, you have the lion. And I'd say also for Ferrara, because of Budapest.
Yeah, well, I keep the lion in the deck, so I've got
Yes.
the column for the in the extra pack. Yeah.
Yes, this is one of the difference between Florentine and Bolognese and the other. The column is. Then we have an hermit with the hourglass and not lantern, like the one in Visconti.
So nice.
Yes.
Beautiful hermit, like one of my favorite hermits as well, I think.
Then we have the young man with the two pools of money, we assume, so maybe it can be associated with Judas. Anyway, it's one of the, I think it's not the first one with this one. I think, let me see if also.
Marco, look who came for a visit.
Yes. Oh, Apollo.
Apollo Solaris.
Oh, poverino.
Just came to sit next to me.
Yes, also in
I'll bring you in.
In Rosenwald, we have the two pulses. Then we have that on the horse. Again, except for Visconti Sforza, all the Pre-Marseille, the Italian deck are with the horse. This is just. Then we miss the devil. Then we have the tower. See, we have only the lightning and rocks falling, but no people, no person.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And the tower is very interesting. It kind of almost looks like a photo of a building.
Yes. Then we miss the star. Alas. Then we have the moon with two astronomers. The sun with a woman working. We don't remember the name of this object.
Like weaving?
Sorry?
Like she's the weaver?
It's for made with wool. You
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like weaving, yeah.
Yes.
Because also like in other decks, hold on, I'll just bring myself in. In other decks, the weaver becomes the sun, and I know that you told me before that sometimes they kind of transitioned. You know, like not the sun, the moon.
The big reveal shift. The big reveal shift.
Yeah. Because here is the sun, and then like in
Yes,
well,
you have in the star you have the moon of yes, it's the Medieval and the Flemish tarot.
Flemish, yeah.
Yes, actually, I don't like very much this symbol, and don't realize the relation between sun and this one. Anyway, these two cards are identical to the Bolognese tarot. They are still the same. The moon too. We have the astronomer. I lost the astronomer. Where is it? Here. These two cards are identical to the modern tarocco bolognese.
Cheryl is saying that the sun, the tools that she has, the distaff and spindle. So that's the English names for that.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Cheryl.
Then we have the judgment. Again, with two angels and a lot of people. But say that the older tarot, the more you say, the more minions, the more small people around than in modern decks. More maybe because the cards were so big. And finally, we have the world. Well, if you think the Marseille tarot, we have you cut here, and you have soltanto you only see the ground under the person. You remove the dress and you put the four evangelists in the corner. But what's interesting that this figure has the pointed halo too. So there are some people who made the theory of the hidden virtue.
Okay.
You know, there is a palace in Padua, I think, with the virtue room, but we have only 6 of them painted because the 7th was the Duke. So
I didn't know that.
So somebody, don't remember the name, I think it is German person, unfortunately I don't remember the name, made this hypothesis that this is the fourth virtue hidden. I think that if somebody wanted to put prudence, should put prudence like in Minchiate and stop. But in the single case of this deck, with this coincidence of the 4 cards with the pointed halo, I'm not so sure. So it could be possible, maybe. Who knows?
So yeah, Marco. So now you have these 17 cards from the Charles
And yes, this is the only,
right?
the only page.
Yeah, so what, like, you have this deck with only 17 existing cards. What do you, or what inspires you to take on this big project to reproduce the deck, but also to complete it, to make it complete? Well, with 9 cards you included, right? So you completed 78, but you included 12 extra cards as well. So tell us the inspiration, I guess, behind your big, huge project.
Yes. Well, let's say that it started many years ago. I mean, much before I started selling decks on Facebook. I made decks for myself, taking in mind that I had to learn how to build decks at home when you had no print on demand. So I had to print at home my own deck, my personal deck. So I learned how to build decks. And I played with images. Okay, we have the images. So let's try to make this deck complete. I made many tries, not very good at the beginning with the Chelsea's, only for the majors. Then finally at the spin when they found, it was a few years ago, a missing cards from the Alessandro Sforza deck, from which we have a few cards, but all duplicate with Chelsea's, so we cannot fill the hole. The only hole we could fit in majors was the Bagato, with the beautiful Bagato by Ercole d'Este. This is the original size. just to show you, it was a smaller deck, the Ercoledeste, but again with the same border. Consider that the black border, dark border, you see, was silver, is oxidated silver or erased, and this orange is gold, is engraved gold. So it was a very luxury deck, this no. So, but with this, we are only 17 cards. Then they found this beautiful Empress. This part of the, these are the other cards of the Alessandro Sforza deck. These are again original sizes, similarly big.
Because as you said, like the Hermit and the World cards, are they almost identical to Charles VI, or they are identical?
Almost. The difference is the halo. The Alessandro Sforza has no halo.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
And
okay.
maybe the painter is a little better, let's say, maybe. But except for the halo is identical. The this one is the Hermit, is almost identical too. Let me see, where is the Hermit?
And do we know the Alessandro Sforza, is it from the 15th century or a little bit later?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Do we know Alessandro Sforza, the cards, these cards that you're showing, are they from the 15th century, 1400s, or a little later?
No, it's about the same period of, it's contemporary of Charles VI. It's for sure contemporary. And if you look at this card together with, where it is, with the Emperor, you see the same hat. Okay, there are two different decks, but they are very similar. Somebody think that they were even made in the same shop. I'm not the title to say if it's possible or not, but anyway, they are very similar. So with this card, we were 18 majors. That's not the only thing. And this is by chance. A friend of mine, a collector in Brazil, my friend Laerte, asked me to print for him all the existing cards of 14th century, not printed. So everything except for Solabusca and the 3 Visconti printed again. Can you print everything? So the 16 cards, all these cards that you have seen. This is something I said to my friend. At this point, I realized that together with these cards, these Alessandro Sforza I couldn't use, to Ercoledeste, we have only one card that can use, but a very good one, and 8 court cards. One of the Charles, we are 9, 2 in Alessandro Sforza, we are 11. So at this point we have 18 majors, 11 court cards. And then in the cards that printed for my friend Laird, we have also these cards. We have 2 group of cards. They're not. It's not the same deck because, as you can see, the size is
different. Yeah, the original ones. Yeah.
So here we have 27 pips with 1 ace, the ace of spades, and here we have an emperor and 8 court cards. One thing interesting and fun, if you want. And in this deck we have 3 cards that you makes you think, oh, this is the king of coins. This is the king of coins, and this is where is the last one? a king of coins. But while you put them in the same decks, because they are in the same decks, it's obvious that this one is the emperor, this one is the king because it sits, and this one, even if it's old, is unusual for a page, but is the page of coins. Anyway, here we have another.
Like with the emperor, I actually figured that it's the emperor because of his head.
Yes.
It's also kind of a sign that he's like not the king but the emperor for the major arcana.
Yes, I agree with you. It's almost the same of this. Same. But if you look at in the first book of Encyclopedia of Kaplan, it still say emperor or maybe king. They're not sure, not for this card. Anyway, we have an emperor that we don't need, but 8 interesting court cards. This is them.
You can just, I'll bring you in. If you can just talk about the court cards here while you're here.
Yeah, these 2 coins. Then we have. This is not in this in France. This is in Bassano del Grappa. Is a small museum in north of Italy, but it's the same deck. And we have the queen, and this weird knight. Then we have a complete set of wands, and this, frankly, I think among the most fine cards I've seen. The detail of the face, the expressions.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure who the artist was, but it was a terrific artist. Look at this guy. This is St. George and the dragon. Is unusual. This is funny because seems it's not a golf. Well, maybe a left-handed golf player could be.
Looks very much like that, yeah.
But left-handed. Anyway, these cards are magnificent. This deck, we think even older than Charles VI, according to few historians. Again, we don't know for sure.
And you said these ones come from that small museum in Italy?
So where the cards come from?
Yeah, these ones that you showed you with the golf, the ones that you're holding in your hand now.
This group of 9 cards. Dunque, one, the knight is in Bassano del Grappa.
Okay, yeah.
These 8 are in the Rothschild collection at Louvre. So I speak Rothschild 1 and Rothschild 2, because both are Rothschild collection, but are 2 different decks.
So most of the, not the court cards, but other cards of the minor arcana, they come from Rothschild sheets, right?
8 cards comes from Rothschild.
Okay.
And then we have so let's put it together. What you get in the box of the card, you get a complete suite of pips. I changed the colors of spades and wands. So you see, you have alternative red and blue, and for wands the same. I made wands red and spades blue. That is like in Alessandro Sforza deck, where I got other cards. You see this Alessandro Sforza, we have one color, not this. We have some coin.
Yeah.
Because this is funny, these 2 of coins, 2 monkeys in the middle of the coin, and a duck, I think, in the middle. This is point. Then we have more. I think we have the spades. You see the spade in both decks. The uneven cards are have 4 and 3.
Yeah,
Not
was so
one in the
for
middle.
me. Yeah, because when I looked at the spades, I was like, are they the same? But yeah, so they don't have in the odd ones.
Mm-hmm.
So you like 3 of spades or 3 of swords, so you have 2 and 1. Because I
Yes.
was thinking, where is the one that cuts through? But it's not.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's very interesting, very unique.
Yes. Also, the Visconti Brambilla is this way. So here we have the Ace of Cups of Alessandro Sforza with a lot of birds, angels. So this point we have about 30 majors, with unfortunately with many doubles, so with 4 missing. 19 core cards from 4 decks, Charles Cis, Alessandro Sforza, Ercole d'Este, and the Rothschild, but with 4 missing. And about 30 pip cards with 2 aces, spades, and cups. So completing this, once you realize that these cards are more or less the same age, the same period of build, also the same dimension. After all, we made there is the deck I made with Shell, the Debussy Valentine. Suppose I made something like this many years ago. I created the deck with the incomplete deck. This case is everything that's left from that period. So coming back, what's in the box? In the box, there are all the cards we have seen, all the majors and the core cards existing.
Yeah, with the majors before, actually, because we haven't spoken about these 4, I don't think.
So the very big cards
you recreated. Yeah, so the purpose, the wheel, the devil, and the star, I think. Yeah.
Yes. So these cards. The Papessa Popes is taken from the Visconti. This is the Visconti Sforza. Actually, I use the Papessa in Museo Fournier, and you can see that I removed the cross, and she is holding the right hand a big key, black key, because in Florentine cards, Papessa is the key. So to make it also to modify the original. For the devil, well, this is the famous Agnolo Ebreo devil. This is the original card.
And that's the one I'm showing.
A copy of the original with Rivoltini. It's not painted. Is probably is no. Maybe it's painted. I don't know. It's not the same level of build. Is a popular card, but it's not bad, and so I use this. The problem with the other 2 cards is that we have nothing. So I had to choose, or try to rebuild, or to use some cards from Visconti, for instance, or be strict on the Florentine tradition. So I went to the oldest cards in this tradition, and I went to these are bar sheets, which means Beaux-Arts and Rothschild again sheets. One is Beaux-Arts, the other is Rothschild. Don't ask me why, which one is. Anyway, these are 2 sheets from, it's 12 majors from Bolognese, maybe, deck. very, very old. And these are the oldest image we have of fortune. No, this one is fortune and star. Please note the hat of these guys. Yes, the hat is called the Phrygian hat and is associated to the three wise men. So to say many people is not sure. In my opinion, the original, yes, the original star of Bolognese Tarot was the wise men, when they present the gift and they crown the baby king of the world, etc. This one is rebuilt by me. It's not.
Yeah, that's not going from your Visconti Hamash, that we have the 3 and the 2.
Yes, this is rebuilt. I show you from where. From this card. Yes, you see, we have 2 person. I mirrored one of this person.
And that would be Ercole d'Este.
And the triple.
So this one is from the Ercole d'Este Tarot.
Ercole d'Este Tarot, yes. Which is included in the extra cards. Because, as I said, I printed all the figures existing, even their doubles, no problem. So we have three walls, 2 fools, 2 popes, etc. In my opinion, the original image of the star was this one. Unfortunately, is alpha card because it's a double-headed tarocchino. So if you consider only the alpha, so you understand better what there are 3 persons with the star behind presenting their gift to the boy. So we have the 4 cards that I remade that we have shown. Of course, there is some disalignment, I'd say, in the colors.
Yeah, so the ones that you rebuilt. So we have the Magician, the Bagato.
Yes.
We have the Papes, La Papes. We have the Devil, and we have the Empress, is it?
The Empress. Yeah. So the last cards I made to make it was a request from our friend Alexandra. She said, "Why don't you make a devil with this minchiata and the wheel from Visconti Brambilla?" Actually, I had Visconti Brambilla because my first version of wheel was this one with Visconti Brambilla. Then I said, no, but I'm cheating, taking another Visconti cards. I have to use the tradition, Florentine tradition. So I switched back with the one I showed you before. For the record, this is the devil from a Minchiate deck that I made for Alexandra. And finally, the card that...
Sorry, the devil from Minchiate, can you show again?
Yes, I'm not the original. It's a Minchiata with the black background and golden border.
Oh, okay.
It's an incomplete deck at British Museum. Anyway, this Alexandra requests this card. And this one is made, it's like the one from Visconti Homage, the same. This one character is mirrored on the other side to have 3 of them. And one of them have a cup in the end. So,
where is this one from with 3 people?
sorry?
Which deck is it from?
Ercole d'Este.
Oh, Ercole d'Este as well.
Okay, let's start again.
No, the one that you showed that you made for Alexandra, because I'm looking at this one, Ercole d'Este, but you showed one with 3 people.
Yes. Can you see that is the same image with one mirrored?
Right, yes, I do, yeah, okay.
This one is mirrored here.
Wow.
So this is the real, no, this is the, where is
the real? 2 people is the real.
This is a fake made by me.
It looks really good. That's why I'm asking, because it looks very authentic. Like,
yes.
this card.
No, it came out good.
Yeah.
So now the deck is now has 96 cards and no more 93, because we have 3 more cards. three more cards. Hello?
Yeah. Here.
I'm finished.
Yeah, because we did speak about, like I just had those ones left on the side, but you did speak about these cards as well. So
yes.
yeah,
all the existing figure illuminated, of course. All the existing illuminated figures are in the deck. Plus a complete suite of pips created apart from Alessandro Sforza and mostly from Rothschild 2.
Yeah.
This is basically is not easy. I understand that it looks complicated because this come from here. Of course, I've worked a lot of time on this deck, so for me is obvious. So to make
but
it.
Because you see, I'm fairly new to Charles VI, but once I laid cards out, I put all the majors, and that's how I probably kind of how I ask you questions first. What were the original so-called Charles VI? Which ones you added, where they were from? What are extra options we have? And then I went to court cards, and then I went to minors. And when you put them like that,
Yes.
on the floor, right? I put them all kind of on my little kind of table on the floor. I have like a little tea table. It's only like that high. Then it actually became very clear and very easy. And I love the options of that you added, because I really like Ercole d'Este cards, and I really like the options that you added, especially for I really love the sun, the star, especially. Yeah.
So the moon is my preferred card in Ercole d'Este.
The moon is this one?
Yes.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah.
Because the old man.
Let me find it from your Visconti homage, because you did kind of do.
Yes, yes, this is my copy.
Yeah, I like it very much. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. So with the Charles VI, it's kind of tricky question, but what are the cards that you added or recreated that you are proud of, and which ones you think they have, like, you would like to improve on?
Well, the 2 cards that I showed you before, this star and wheel, but it's a matter of technique. I mean, I'm not a painter, period. I cannot paint from scratch. This was made by a talented artist with tempera. I can use Photoshop for the background. So, but I tried. I'm not happy with the result. That's why I accepted to make the addition of the extra cards requested by Alexander, because they shouldn't be there. But I admit that with this that 2 cards, the deck looks more homogeneous. Not sure for the devil. I like the Agnolo, my devil, but the other two, I understand perfectly that the deck looks better. But consider that when I started,
So I do like the devil as well.
yes,
It's
I
very
like
like folklore devil, right? Like very like yeah, folky.
yeah. Saying that when I started making this deck, I was playing for myself. Then I showed the photo to the friends, and so no, we have to publish. And I tried to make it something complete, but I know that it's not perfect. I know that the rebuild cards, you can see the borders of the pasting or something. I mean, they're not made by the professional paint. That's the point.
Oh, but
I'm not, but
you made them functional, and also what you did in this, especially for those of us who love historic decks, that we are getting so-called Charles VI, aka Lorenzo Medici Tarot, and we get in the Ercole d'Este as well, and that's, I think that's very, very special to have it. And I really love the minors. I think actually Suit of Swords, yeah, the spades swords is my probably favorite for the minors. Really like them.
yes.
So yeah, we'll just leave like if people in the chat, if you have any questions, any comments, please please type them now, because we are like on the hour pretty much. We do really well for time today. But earlier on, Marilyn was saying that with the Suit of Swords, that she loves the way the odd ones that, you know, like they displayed. And Robin is also saying that my little tarot collector heart loves the way the swords are displayed. Yeah, I'll just check if I missed anything else.
So the pips. So she's speaking about the odd pips.
Yeah, the odd ones when they don't have the sword fighting skill, but have like extra.
Funny, yes.
Yeah, one missing. Yeah, so yeah, you mentioned that Miteli was your most recent project. You're working on something else exciting. And with the, well, we'll like, I'm just kind of, we'll give a couple of minutes for people if they have any questions. It doesn't look like they have questions, but you explained so well the tarot. So when we talk about Ferrara and Florentine tarot tradition, what are the most famous decks for those people who are new to historic decks? What are the decks that they can look for or check out?
Yes, well, Ferrara, we have Ercole d'Este, which in my opinion is possible was made in Florence. But being a property of Ercole d'Este, was the Lord of Ferrara, of course, we have good reason to think was made in Ferrara. Well, as you know, I think one of the way to see the difference between the origins of Italian decks are the three astronomic cars: star, moon, and sun. And
so the celestials.
The celestial, yes. I think that it's not so important what's downstairs as a symbol, because the sun is the sun. Then we have a rectangular box to fill with something round. You need something else to fill the empty space. That's why we have these scenes. And so it's not important, in my opinion, what's in the scene. But it's important for locally, for catching, sorry, identifying the origin. This is the only complete series that we have, and one of the most beautiful, in my opinion.
Absolutely, I so agree. Yeah.
I remember that when I was much younger, I had the theory. Okay, there are astronomy, astrology, the moon, and philosophy. No, where is philosophy? No. Philosophy.
Yeah.
The problem is that in the 15th century, they didn't make a big difference between astronomy and astrology. So it doesn't work very well. But anyway, we have really two astronomers.
Mm.
This one is plain looking at the moon phase of the moon, so it can be really an astrologer. And here, of course, an allegory to philosophy, because Diogenes speaking with Alexander the Great, one because he covered the sun. And except for this, the only evidence we have of tradition from where yes, I have the Budapest sheets. The only evidence of you have 3 sheets with 60 cards. We have all the figures, and here we have spades and wands. So they are missing only the pips of cups and coins. And
do you know, Marco, why this tarot that you show in the sheets, why they called it the Budapest?
Because the original, the biggest group of originals, this one is a collage of many images we have around the world, but the biggest part of these images are in museum in Budapest.
Okay, so it's just more like where they're
yes, that decks are identified by museum or the collector. Rosenwald, was Mr. Rosenwald who donated this collection to the Yale, to the Washington, etc. About Ferrara, that's all that we have nothing else. Actually, we have a single card. We know for sure it's from Ferrara because it was a sun with number 18, and this is this subject. And this card is important because some people say, no, but the cards of the rich people have had a different subject that the common people, they have. Sorry. This card demonstrated that Diogenes and Alexander the Great was also in a common people deck. But this is all that we have from Ferrara. Ferrara tradition is dead, actually. We know that they used the sequence, but there are no decks existing.
Yeah. We have a question from Robin. So she just asked about which size I have. So that would be your smaller one, because the one that you created before is the larger one.
Yes, and make the comparison. Where is the? This is the difference in size. About,
yeah, Robin, if you compare.
This is about TDM, 12 centimeters.
Yeah, so it's like if you look at more standard, mass market tarot cards, so it's the same height, but it's slightly narrower, and the corners are sharp. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, this is a big problem for printing ancient decks in print on demand sites, because these ancient decks are thinner, are slimmer.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like we have more questions. Robin is also saying she's talking about the celestials, that they're stunning, and the star really blends right in.
We told them more than they wanted to do, and they escaped. No.
No, but I think we covered it because you covered it so well. We explained you explained all of the cards and your inspiration, and yeah, and it's a wonderful deck to have, and you still have those available, right, Marco?
Yes, yes. This
Yeah.
is not a limited edition. I made big, little lots, 5, 10 decks, sometimes for selling them.
Mm.
Because I think it's the best selling the Chelsea's together with the Virt.
Okay, right. I
Yeah,
didn't know.
yeah.
Yeah.
The Virt is surprising because many people made the Virt,
Mm.
while this one, of course, no one else made this deck. So
Well, I think it's popular because, as I said, because it includes Ercole d'Este and Charles VI, and it's a complete version of the deck. Yeah, and
yes,
people are very much after complete decks. Yeah.
yes. The good thing is that you have all the existing cards of this for decks, for important decks, of course. And well, this version is possible to use also because I used a very slick paper, and the same I used for the TDM that you have. So they can be shuffled very well and used for reading. And
Yeah.
interesting to read with this kind of decks.
Well, you see, like, but you know, right, that your TDM is one of my favorites. This one, but I think it's sold out. Right, it was limited.
No, it's not sold out.
Okay, so it's still awesome. Yeah. So I did put in here, you can see in Marco's Facebook page. So you can contact Marcos through Facebook, and I will put the actual link under the video once we finish our chat. But yeah, this is such like it's one of, I guess with type one, this version of Payen 1743 has become my favorite of type one Marseille tarots, and I absolutely use this one.
Well, thank you.
No, thank you.
I did my best. Well, speaking of that deck, I have to say that I've worked very hard to find a mix of paper for front and back to get the look and feel of ancient card with the curved light paper, but also easy of use. I mean, my big Charles Cis, not to mention the size.
I love the sounds. It's just the sound is just magic.
And the sound of decks with Rivoltini is even better, but you can know because you don't have the deck with Rivoltini.
But you see, I need decks that I beat with, Marco. You know me.
Rivoltini. Look how the
You
sharp.
know which one I want? I actually want, I think, I want Rosenwald with those folded borders, folded edges. Oh, it sounds, yeah, delicious. Yeah. Because Rosenwald I read a lot with, so I use it a lot. So yeah, maybe I need Rosenwald with like that edges. What's
Yes,
the Italian name? What's the Italian name for folded edges?
Rivoltini.
Rivoltini. Like
Rivoltini.
revolved, like turned
Yes,
around.
yes. I made few of Rosenwald. I made one for Cheryl, one for Carol, I think, one for me.
Yeah.
And yes, if somebody wants the Rosenwald with Rivoltini, it can be done. Okay, so we have to wait, and I cannot do for tomorrow, but it can be done.
Yeah, so I'll just quickly highlight. So we don't have questions, but it's just more comments from Leanda, who lives in my area, my friend here from Newcastle. All I know is Marco is a wealth of information, and I have a lot to learn. Marilyn is saying that I always learn a lot listening to Marco. And Sabrina is saying that so many answers to many questions have been answered today about Charles VI. Yeah, but Marco, you did, yeah, you
Sabrina,
explained it so comprehensively. Yeah.
working for you, Sabrina.
Sorry?
I'm working for Sabrina. She knows.
Okay. Are you working on a deck for Sabrina?
No, not deck. No, she made the order today.
Okay. And Cyril, I love being able to create a customized deck with my favorite trumps here to have those options. Yeah.
Yes, here you use another Pope and the 3 astronomical cards, astrological cards from Ercole d'Este.
Mm.
And I agree with them.
I think I will definitely put the star in. Yeah, I really like the star. Yeah, maybe the moon as well. So Robin's saying that this has been very interesting. And Richard Bull, great life. Marco, thanking you for great education.
Richard.
So is it the best way to get in touch with you through Facebook, Marco? What do you prefer?
Facebook is okay. The email that you find on Facebook is okay too. If you want to wait, contact me on Instagram that I don't follow so much, so better Facebook. To Instagram is better than the email because I don't follow too much on Instagram.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm pretty much
not
my
impossible
stuff
to
on
contact.
Instagram. Yeah.
I know that some people is embarrassed at the fact that they don't have a buy it now button when it comes to my site on they see my decks. Fortunately, the way I work doesn't allow for this. I mean, now I have a small stock of most of my deck because I decide, okay, I don't need to cash, print more decks. So, show me the cat.
Show the cat. No, he's just moving my stuff. He's sleepy. Little guy is
Oh,
sleeping.
so sweet.
Yeah, he's a good cat. He's growing. You see how big he is now?
So
Really big.
now I have a little stock of almost all my decks, but I'm not organized for a bite now automized.
Yeah, so Boo just shared your email address as well.
Well, this is okay if you don't use a Gmail because my domain has been banned by Google, so I have to reply on another address. Is benedetti.tarot at gmail.com.
Is it okay if I put it under the video, Marco?
Sorry?
Is it okay after our live? I will put it in the video.
Of course. Of
Okay.
course.
Yeah, I will put the correct one. Yeah, I will put the correct one. Yeah.
And this is my page. Yes, because somebody don't know that I have a dead page, unfortunately. Somebody hacked me 2 years ago, I think, to decide, because the only thing they made was cancel me as an admin of my tarot page. The only thing they made, I couldn't get it back. So somebody goes to this page, and if they try to contact from that page, I will not receive the message. The big problem, I cannot. I try to stop this page. If I can get it back, I delete it. Nothing happens. So
yeah, but to a lot of people,
this one with the C point in the middle is the right address, and the one with a lower number of followers, because your page had 800 followers, something like this. The new one is 200 something.
yeah, it happened to there is a Guido Hillabel from the Tarot Museum Belgium.
I never met him. I've seen him. I've seen many videos with him. I know he has a beautiful museum.
Yeah,
Yes.
but you see that what happened, because he had a lot of his photos from museum on Facebook, like thousands and thousands, and then Facebook blocked him, so he had to move on Instagram.
Yes, I remember. He had the same problem.
He lost all of it, and he lost so many. He had to
yes, I remember.
Documented his collection, and then just Facebook blocked him, and he couldn't do anything. So now he's just using Instagram and his website.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So it looks like we don't have any questions, and all the questions have been answered. So Marco, you stay a little bit for our after conversation, but
it was a real pleasure.
yeah, no, thank you so much to you for your time and for being for the third time back onto my channel.
Yes.
And thank you so much to everyone who joined us live, and for those of you who will be watching back, because I know it's a weekend, right? Different time zones, people will be watching back. So as I promised, Marco's page, I will include it in a few minutes, along with his right email, correct email, so you can contact him in regards to his decks. And yeah, so have a wonderful weekend, everyone. And once again, thank you so much, Marco. Always such a
Thank you,
pleasure.
Masha, for hosting on your channel. Ciao a tutti.
Ciao a tutti. Bye, everyone.